Good evening, I'm Carrie Rollins, in for David Story, and this is your Look News 411. Topping our news tonight, GE employees in Fort Edward rallying today to save their jobs and the entire economy in this local town, worried about what families will do if the plant moves south. Union leaders say more than 200 jobs will be lost if the General Electric plant in Fort Edward closes. Today, workers waving signs in front of Plant 8 on Main Street. They're urging General Electric to keep it made in Fort Edward. General Electric wants to move the plant from Fort Edward to Clearwater, Florida, where the company wouldn't be required to pay union rates. But employees here say they're worth the money.
I'm just trying to come up with reasons why they shouldn't. We're a great workforce. We're a talented workforce. We know what we're doing, and that's what we're pushing for.
Little says employees have 60 days to convince GE to keep the plant in Fort Edward. Losing the plant would mean a $25 million blow to the economy.
It'll affect the whole entire community. 3 counties, people live in different counties. It's gonna not just affect the 200 employees that work there. It will affect a lot more people than that.
GE has been working to clean up the mess made after it dumped thousands of pounds of PCBs into the Hudson River decades ago. A big red bow for downtown Saratoga with the opening of a new theater. Criterion Cinema opened its doors last night for a private red carpet party to benefit the Saratoga Hospital's new health clinic. Today, the Bowtie Cinema opens its doors to the public. Local business owners welcome their new neighbor, saying it will be a shot in the arm for the entire downtown. It's showtime! Moviegoers lining up, anxious for a new theater experience, excited to dress their own popcorn in real butter, take a peek at new release features on wall-to-wall screens, and enjoy luxury leather seating, all within blocks of Saratoga's already bustling and eclectic downtown. Business owners look forward to the crowds it will draw downtown, even after the busy summer season goes dark.
Downtown in the summer, business is at night, no problem. But in the winter, you can see it gets dark at 4:30, 5 o'clock, and it's hard to get people outside in the cold, in the dark. So I think it's going to bring people downtown. I think it'll be great for the restaurants, and I own a boutique, and I think it'll be good to just get people walking through. Maybe 5, 6, 7 o'clock. It'll be great.
Well, Saratoga does a great thing with the winter season anyhow, so it's only going to enhance that. I think it's going to be just a greater added attraction.
The Criterion took over the old Price Chopper on Railroad Place. It's part of the Bowtie Cinema chain. Builder Sonny Bonaccio says the Bowtie in Schenectady draws 200,000 people a year. He predicts the Criterion will see that number at closer to 400,000. Bonaccio built the new movie theater in addition to the Northshire bookstore and a high-rise apartment building, all completed within months of each other, all within walking distance. He says the city has enough parking to handle the fresh business.
Parking problems are good problems to have. Maybe, the people that are concerned about parking, we'd have no parking problems. They wouldn't like the town then either.
Fabrizio Bazzani is head chef at nearby neighbor Chianti Restaurant. He says encouraging people to walk a few extra steps can only help business.
And finally it has more of that European feel, even more so than before if you want to. This whole new area of the railroad place and Division Street that has been rebuilt in the past 5-6 years or so with all these new buildings. It has more of a city feel.
The downtown Criterion is now open to the public. The Bowtie Cinema in Wilton open next Friday. Nearly $500,000 in federal money expected to help bring business into 2 other local towns. Governor Cuomo announces the city of Glens Falls and the town of Fort Edward will each receive grants for what are being called brownfield opportunity areas. Brownfields are dormant properties which have been unusable because of contamination. The money will help redevelop the areas and hopefully once again attract businesses and jobs and boost the economy. The town of Fort Edward will use its money for a park located on the Champlain Canal. The city of Glens Falls will use the money to bring more housing and jobs into the South Street area. Turning to other news, the town of Half Moon supervisor is arrested for stealing from her campaign fund. Melinda Mindy Warmith has been charged with grand larceny after she allegedly stole more than $6,000 in campaign contributions. Police say Warmith has been cashing checks from her campaign Friends of Mindy Warmith for the past 5 years. Wormuth told FBI agents part of the reason she stole the money was because she was bitter that she didn't receive her political party's endorsement for re-election in November of this year. Wormuth has been supervisor of the town of Half Moon since 2007. She pleaded not guilty, and if convicted, her crime could land her in state prison for 7 years. And finally, tonight, students in Schuylerville remember an important day in the Battle of Saratoga. Yesterday, the 5th graders helped celebrate what is now called Surrender Day, when the British surrendered and ended the battles of Saratoga. That was 236 years ago. Senator Kathleen Marchione says these children are living proof of the spirit of that battle.
They made the ceremony. They are our future. And for them participating and knowing about our history, living our history, being part of this ceremony, nothing could have been better.
Marchione was the main speaker at the Surrender Day ceremony. It took place at Fort Hardy Park in Schuylerville. That's the latest from the Look Newsroom. We do it daily here at LookTVOnline.com, and we're on air weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m. on Time Warner Cable Channels 8 and 68. Thanks for watching.